Good morning, everyone. We're back again Saturday morning here. Been really busy. Work's been nuts with the cold and the snow. Everybody's using lots of propane. Have managed to get a little bit done on the car. Got a few things to show you. My replacement radiator came in. I got it all in mounts changed over, holes drilled and everything, and got it installed. I've got some other parts here I'm going to install, and I'll show you some of the other stuff here. I got the brakes bled, so the car now has brakes, which is a good thing. And for you guys, I know there's a lot of you work alone like I do, and bleeding brakes by yourself can be a real pain, unless you've got a few inexpensive tools. Princess Auto, which is the Canadian version of Harbor Freight, puts these vacuum guns on sale for 29 bucks. They come with a brake bleeding attachment. So all you have to do is go to start at the furthest wheel from the master, open the bleeder and start sucking on it. It'll pull the fluid and all the air to the back. Just make sure you keep a close eye on your master cylinder because it draws it down really quick. So that'll get you started on it. Next thing, I have this set up, which is a brake bleeding buddy, I call it. It's an old Pepsi bottle. In the lid, I drilled 2 holes, one for a vent, one for this piece of tubing. The big thing with this is keep enough fluid in the bottom of it so that the hose is always in the fluid. Attach the hose on top to your bleeder, crack the bleeder open, and you can slowly pump the pedal by yourself and it won't introduce air, it'll just push the air into the bottle. As your fluid comes up, you can use it to top off your master cylinder. It works really good. You may end up having to have somebody just help you with the very final end bleed just to get the last little bit of air out and hold some hard pressure on the pedal. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. Really inexpensive way to do it, and you're not relying on somebody. I know brake bleeding can usually cause a problem between husband and wife. I've been there before and done that. So I'll show you what we got going on. All my lines, everything, master cylinders in, new radiator. Before I fill the radiator and continue on with putting stuff together on the front here, I decided to bite the bullet, and I bought a Vintage Air heater defroster, their Gen 2 model. It's really cheap US, $219. By the time you get it to Canada, it's $318. But it's got step motors, there's no cables, everything's done via 3 switches on the dash, which I'm going to mount right above my air brake paddles. The other thing I've got, battery master switch. I'll be doing the install on that. I always install that on the negative line instead of the positive, so you're not running the positive lines anywhere you don't have to. Also got some plug-ins for doing my marker lights on the front. I'm using, I can't even remember what they're called, these guide headlights with the marker light and signal mounted on top. I'm going to put in an amber LED, the equivalent of a 1157. I think it's 7443. The other thing I found is these really cool LED license plate lights. They actually mount right to they mount your license plate, and you can have them facing up or facing down. Totally waterproof. Thought it was a really easy way to take care of that problem for the license plate light. So I'm going to continue on here. I'm going to get my heater mounted. That way I can run the heater hoses through the firewall and get them hooked to the motor so I'm not having to open up antifreeze again. So we'll carry on from here, and I'll give you an update a little later on. Hey, good morning everyone. Sunday morning, back to show you a little bit of progress. Got the heater installed for the most part, still have all the wiring to do on it. I'm not going to attempt that until I start the wiring for the whole car. That way I can tie it all together. So as far as the heater goes, I was a little let down in the quality of the unit. The fit and finish isn't quite what I expected. I've looked everywhere on all the literature, the box, and the heater, and it doesn't say anywhere where it's made. A little bit I found online, one of their distributors actually over in the UK says that they're made in the US, in-house, nothing's farmed out. So you think they'd want to advertise that everywhere. The biggest problem I found was the instructions are not great. There's no template for drilling the holes to mount the heater or the tubes that come out through the firewall. So you have to guess and try and figure out where everything goes without making a bunch of extra holes in the firewall. The grommets for the tubes coming out the firewall are pretty chintzy. They don't fit the tubes properly. I'm going to have to pack them with foam to stop air intrusion. Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. The wiring and everything is pretty complete. So I'll just show you the installation here and the other stuff we got done. Get rid of my glasses. So I did get the grill installed, the front splash apron, the hood and the rods for the hood. I'll just take it off. I've got to figure out an air filter. Air cleaner setup for it with, it's getting a little tight, and that high-rise 2-inch rise intake manifold has caused me a little bit of grief. Okay, so just show you on this side. I have the heater hoses run. I have to make a tie-down strap just to secure them there. That's the heater control valve electronic servo motor. It doesn't come with a mounting bracket to hold it, so everything would just hang on the aluminum tube coming out of the heater core, which I don't think is good, and there's no reference in the instructions as to putting a bracket on it, so you pretty much have to do her on your own. Then we have the inside installation. The one thing I do like is it's really a compact design, nice and small. Get some light up on under here. Oh yeah, that didn't work. Unplugged it. Give me a sec here. I got to try and do this without electrocuting myself. There we go. There's the unit in there. The grommets, as you can see, you can actually see light out through them. So they'll have to be packed with some. I have to, the two ports coming straight towards the back, I have to Y them to tie them into my defroster duct. I phoned their tech line and asked about plugging one. They said don't do it. I have to Y it, so I'm not sure why that is, why it won't come out one, but we'll just carry on. So the plan for today is to get my battery master switch installed and my fuel tank vent. Then I can continue with the interior. I want to get the rubberized rock guard complete on the floor. Then I can do some more sound deadening and get the interior finished up, start painting the console and the other items here. So we'll be back a little bit later, guys. Okay guys, so we're back. Gonna finish this video up, just so show you what I got done here for the fuel vent and battery master switch. So, because I got no room at the back here and I didn't want the fuel tank venting under the car, the box on the right is the fuel vent and the master switch is next to it there. When I install a master switch, I put it on the negative side instead of the positive. I feel it's just a little bit safer. Well, here's what we got. The back of the Dodge. That's the tail or the license plate off of my 29 Essex. That's not the one I'll be using on here. But flip down, we got the master switch and we got the fuel vent. This is those license plate lights that I got. I think they were like $9. Nice and small. Going to be real easy to wire in there. So that's where we're at for this weekend. Carry on next weekend. I'm hoping about 2 weekends from now should be able to take it for a test drive, weather permitting. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys.